everyone, and welcome back to the Movie Amigos podcast. This is Gila.
This is Josh.
This is Uwe.
And we're back.
That's right.
We're finally back. Honestly, we haven't done this in so long. It feels weird because now I don't know what to say.
No, this is your first try.
This is my first try. Wait. See, I'm already having a brain fart. What? Anyway, well, we're glad to be back. We're glad that we're recording again. We're still alive. We're still doing our thing. And now we're back. At this point, this is just part of our brand, isn't it? But that's what's fun about it.
You mean long siestas and then a catch-up?
Yes. I mean, let's be honest. Some of our best episodes are just the catch-up episodes.
Agreed.
They're always so fun. At least to me, they're my most favorite to record. No offense to the movie reviews. Those are fun too, but...
Yeah, these are the most fun.
We've had some tough movie reviews. So these are always pretty relaxed.
Honestly, yeah. After everything we've gone through with the movies we've seen, I think the catch-up ones are always the best. Or like the fun games, like trivia and stuff, those are fun too. There's just... It's like us talking, I think, on a couple days ago, or earlier this week, we were together just kind of like talking about movies and the industry, and I was like, you know what, like this is literally how we talk in the podcast. So it's like what you hear here is exactly how we talk outside of here. So it's cool. It's still cool that we have that, and like how our podcast is literally only for us because we like it,
as well as our photo shoot,
okay,
just for our own satisfaction.
We took a photo shoot because we now have merch that we don't sell.
Wait. Air quotes.
Wait, merch that we don't sell.
Giant
it's
air
just
quotes.
Shirts that we wear for ourselves only.
We have branded clothing there. That's
there it is.
That's why
not
we were
merchandise.
gone.
No, I don't want the lawyers.
It's not merch. Sorry, it's fan shirts.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay,
Yeah.
I guess technically
Fan
it's not
shirts.
branded.
Fan shirts that we can only wear ourselves.
Uh-huh.
That's it. You'll see the pictures.
Yeah, go to Instagram. Find us.
That's going to be awesome. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah. Well, there's
There's
also
one in particular.
a secret movie poster in there
Yes,
you might
it's
catch
so good.
for the keen-eyed.
It'll be there, and it's gonna be fun. So definitely find us on Instagram. We post stuff there. We do a lot of reels and just fun things, so you can go there. Now we're back. How are you guys?
I'm good. I'm doing great.
I'm good too.
Yeah.
I wish I'd seen more movies.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
10 months.
How long have we been gone? Okay. Hube always watches so many movies. We were talking like, how many movies? Like, what should we talk about? Let's just focus on this year. Okay, I watched 1,000
Okay,
Yeah, he watched
it was
more
not
than
many.
us combined.
for sure.
I think
yeah.
doubled.
Wait, how many did you watch, Josh? How many did you watch, Josh?
I watched
You didn't
17.
count. Okay.
I guess it's true. It is more than
I know.
How many did you watch, Hube?
36.
There I go.
But that's just from the
watched
beginning of the
10.
year.
Yeah.
Till
Right.
now.
Uh-huh.
That's not that many. I've had like hundreds in one year.
Yeah, those are the best years.
Well, you can watch a lot. Wait.
Yeah.
Well, I watched only 10 because
And
I had things to do.
What was your favorite out of those 10?
Okay, a couple of them were rewatches. I'm in between two.
Right. That's a good point. Wait, before you start, a lot of them mine were rewatches.
Oh, okay,
Like,
that's
most of them.
fine then. If it's new movies, then
weren't
I guess
really
it's
new
different. Yeah,
movies.
I think for me, okay. You know what? There's a couple, but for sure, my favorite new one that I watched was the Super Mario movie. I had a great time. I
Sweet.
loved it. It was a blast. It was chill. It was fun. I had a great time going to the theater for that one. And then my favorite rewatch was Shrek.
Oh, good. Good.
It was a good
Nice.
time. I was like, this movie holds up beautifully.
Yeah, it
I
holds
loved
up
that
great.
movie. It was so good.
I also quite like the Super Mario movie. More than the 90s movie, which I watched this year also.
Wow.
Yeah, and that 90s Super Mario movie is like really adult, actually. It's quite adult. It's very strange. And also the Twin Towers are in that movie, so
Wait,
it's like
what?
there are many layers to like what makes it strange and not work.
Never seen it, so I don't even know what to
Yeah,
expect.
the new one is better. The new one is better, I'll say.
I would hope so.
Yes.
After all the stuff that
Even though in the
it was
last
good.
the live action 90s one, Luigi played a stronger part in the story than this one.
Oh,
And I am a Luigi fan.
I love Luigi. He's my favorite. He's my
Mhm.
go-to at Mario Kart.
But wait, does the old one hold any merit whatsoever to you?
If you're thinking too much, it doesn't.
I'm trying to think what's my favorite part of it.
When it ended.
It's the best video game adaptation movie, for sure.
Is it?
I can't think of one thing I liked about it. Wow.
So it's not
John
good.
Leguizamo?
He's
Who's the other guy? Bob something? Bob Mario?
Yeah. Bob Mario.
Were they Italian?
Bob Iger?
Bob is like Bob Peters or something.
Peters.
Bob Hoskins.
Mm-hmm.
So it was that important to you that you knew his full name because you loved this
Sorry,
movie.
I brought it up. I made you have to look for it.
No, it only took a few seconds, but yeah, there's many strange decisions made. The Mario mythos wasn't as established then as it is now.
That makes
Also,
sense.
now we have like a more definite identity of what Mario is compared to back then. But still, like, there's a scene with like the thwomp
A what?
in like a club, like a nightclub, and the thwomp. Luigi has to seduce the thwomp to try to escape from the Goombas, which are hideous. No, I'm not kidding.
Thwomps are the brown short ones.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Which, hold on. Good.
Or are those
Okay.
thumb
Hold on.
thumbs?
Wait.
I'm trying to see which
Wait.
one's which.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Okay.
Which are the thwomps?
Thwomps are the giant blocks that stay in
got
place
it.
and they move up and down
Okay,
usually.
those are thwomps.
Wait,
Or they might have legs and walk around.
Wait,
But the Goombas are
Those are the Goombas. Okay, got
are
it.
the
the
shorter
brown ones.
guys. Yeah.
The ones that you jump and they go. Goop, goop, goop.
Right. But the way the Thwomp worked in the movie.
Wait, those are the Koopas.
Yeah, that's the
No,
Koopas.
The
That's
Koopas
the Koopas are the
like
turtle
the
people.
Turtle people.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
turtle people are Koopas.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the
Jeez, these names.
Thwomp in this movie was like a
The
black
block.
lady. Yeah.
The block was a.
Yeah, it was like a black lady with like a tight red outfit, and she had jet boots. So that's how she was the Thwomp, I guess. It was all really weird. And Luigi has to seduce her to escape the ugly Goombas, and they were on the dance floor, and she like fell in love with him on the dance floor. But then he stole her boots and got out of there. It was like this whole thing. Or maybe it was a necklace, or I don't know. It was all super weird.
This sounds like a fever dream.
Yeah,
It
it was
does.
a fever dream.
What's that movie rated?
That's a good question.
I keep asking these
I
questions
think
where you have to keep
PG.
looking it up. I'm sorry.
I think PG.
And the reason I ask is because, like, what audience were
Yeah.
they? What was the target audience?
I don't know.
And also, does this theory track where it seems like Nintendo gave them the rights to, like, the characters to make this movie? The movie was horrible, a flop, no one liked it. And so Nintendo from then on were like, never again will we let anybody do this.
Yeah.
And from then on, they've been like so stringent with their IP.
Yeah.
But then now, obviously, it kind of worked out this time, right? Or it did work out this time. But
yeah.
it was a long time where they were like, no.
I
we're
think
not
they
gonna
were
take that chance again.
also. I think they were also a lot more involved this time around.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, because of that last
Because of
experience.
that last
I think what you're
experience.
talking about is accurate.
Okay.
Yeah, that's. I think who said that? I think it was Dan. I can never say his last name. Merle. Okay.
Merle.
I was watching his review on it. He enjoyed it, but anyway, he talked about how exactly as you said, Nintendo kind of got burned after the 90s. So then they were like, no. But then this time when this came up, they were a lot more involved, and they were saying, or somebody else I was watching were saying that there were a couple things that were changed to kind of like not please, but like Nintendo was like, I think maybe you should change this to be more into character with what we know, and that's what really helped the story be more consistent, or at least more focused on just the characters and who they are, according to Nintendo. So, and I mean, it worked.
Yeah.
It worked. I think that, especially like when the creators are more involved, there's more potential for it to be good. And so far from like remakes or like things like movies, when the creators are not involved, things go bad. You know,
Yeah.
like Avatar, The Last Airbender.
Yeah. Well, I heard that they were slightly involved with the M Night.
Oh yeah, but it wasn't.
But I don't know
it
if
was,
that
like,
they were fully involved.
Yeah. So I don't know what's going on with those creators because I know they also backed out from like the live
Yes.
action too
Yes.
miniseries that they're doing. They were like peace out. I don't know what they're gonna do.
That's gonna be.
I wonder if ScarJo's gonna make it work.
Oh my goodness.
I know that they did their own production and now they've announced a new Avatar movie, but it's live action with the gang grown up. Not live action, sorry, animated. Why did I say live action?
Animated with the gang.
With the original gang as adults, yes.
Okay. I don't hate that.
And then they also announced the new Avatar show in 2025, 26, and it's going to be the new Avatar, which is going to be...
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Water?
Yeah, it's going to be Earth.
Earth, got it.
Earth is next.
All right, what am I saying? Korra was water.
Yes.
Water tribe.
Did you completely wipe out?
Yeah, I wiped her out of my memory.
I
haven't watched it either.
Anyway, that's
You don't
not
have to.
movies.
Skip it.
Let's go back to movies.
Well, we did a review on
Avatar.
Yeah,
The
so
Last Airbender.
it's connected.
The Last Airbender.
Yeah,
We're
we're
invested.
talking about Korra. I'm kidding.
Anyway,
Oh,
Josh.
what is it? PG or what?
Oh, I don't know, man.
We gave you time.
No, it's okay.
I
You know
looked
what?
up.
Don't
I
worry.
looked up the Parents Guide on IMDb, and then there's a section for frightening and intense scenes. And it's like Goombas in this movie look creepy. The Koopa's kingdom is a dark and derelict dystopia. I'm like, accurate. And then, and yeah, there's a scene where they de-evolve to make Koopas or Goombas. Sorry, he takes people and he de-evolves them, and it's like very sci-fi, like not very at home in a Mario. What you'd expect from a Mario experience.
That's weird.
It's
Yeah.
not giving me a rating on Letterboxd.
Yeah, dude, maybe it was unrated.
Weird.
This was like in theaters.
Yes.
Oh, hold on, I think I got it. It was rated PG.
Okay.
Okay. I guess the 90s was a different time.
You got that right.
That's true. That's actually very, very true.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
93. Same year as Jurassic Park. What happened there?
Well,
Right,
some
that's Jurassic
dinosaurs
Park.
prevailed. The others did not.
Prevailed so much. They're still relevant today.
Well, actually, both franchises are still alive, so I don't know.
Is it really the same
Well,
franchise?
is
though?
it?
The same IP, but franchise.
Well, I know that the dinosaur kept going.
Dinosaurs are hotter than ever right now.
Yeah, I know. They came back because of your favorite movie.
Wait, what?
Mario Bros.
Yes.
Just
Just kidding. What was it? Jurassic Park Revolution?
Oh, Dominion.
Dominion.
Jurassic World
That's what you
Dominion.
meant.
Okay. Well, Josh, did you like this new one? What did you like about it?
Jurassic World Dominion.
No,
What I liked about
the
it.
new stuff.
Oh my
Not
god.
the new Mario.
Oh yeah, there's a lot to like about it.
Name one thing.
The animation was very, very pretty.
I
It was
agree.
very stylized. I thought it was great. That was my favorite thing about it. I love just looking at it.
Yeah, it was really fun.
It was very deliberate. In contrast to the I'm only comparing it to the previous live
I mean,
action
you
90s.
did watch
right?
it recently. That's
Yeah,
another
yeah.
thing.
In
And
They are very
preparation for
different.
it, yeah. It's very different. The
Very,
previous
very
one was
different.
very ugly, very dark, very derelict kingdom of evil,
Jeez. that
but
was-
also futuristic. Very weird. Very.
if
I
it
don't know.
wasn't a Mario movie, would you have enjoyed it better?
Yeah. Oh, definitely. But the
Inter-
fact that it's like Mario, Luigi throughout the whole movie, I'm like, what are these guys doing here? Like,
Like,
what?
why are they even here?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Oh, what did you think of Chris Pratt in that
I
Mario
think he did
movie?
great. I know a lot of people were giving him like a lot of crap because it's Chris Pratt, I guess.
Mhm.
But I think he like did a good job. Like he tried.
I was very surprised that I did
Yeah.
not hate his performance.
Yeah,
at all.
I think he
Yeah.
really
too.
tried. Sure, in the Lego movie, he sounded like him, but he was a Lego. Like he didn't have to actually, change his voice for it.
Mm.
But with Mario, he did enough. I think he did a good job. He didn't do it too much that it was like offensive.
Mhm,
But he
mhm.
didn't like he did great. I think it was fun. It was enjoyable. He did a great job at acting as Mario and the chemistry that he had with the actor that played Charlie Day.
Mhm.
It was
Yeah.
great. I love that. The fact
Yeah.
that they're brothers, I could feel that. And I know like a big part of the criticism in the movie was like the simplistic storyline.
Mhm.
But I'm like, what do you mean? Like these two brothers are the closest ever. There's a lot of stakes here, and at the end, he wanted to save his brother. Like this is his buddy, his best friend, his dude.
Yeah.
So it was nice.
The problem with that is if they would have made it a complicated and convoluted storyline, that would have been the gripe with the movie.
Yeah.
People's gripe with the movie. That
You're
then it's too complicated. Why did they make it more simple? But I think they went the right way because this hasn't been seen in theaters, like this IP, I mean,
Yeah.
in such a long time. Let's start off nice and easy.
Yes. Yeah.
Make it simple, something people can digest
Yeah.
very easily.
Introduce the world, because I know they want to do a more world movies. Like they want to expand it.
Yeah, I did
So-
see Yoshi in the movie.
Yes. Spoiler.
Maybe by
alert.
that they meant like since Luigi is in trouble and Mario's got to save him. Maybe that's what they meant by like, it's so simple, but
Yeah, but
It's a
that's
kid's movie.
Yeah, it's a kids movie and it's a classic storyline.
this
Like,
is one of those times where you can be like, it's a kid's movie. You know what I mean? 'Cause
Yeah.
you can't say that for everything, but
Yeah, that's true. But I'm excited to see what else they do. I look forward to it. Maybe they'll do more Nintendo things, not just Mario. If we'll see. Hope it's good.
are they doing Legend of Zelda or something?
I did hear
Is
that
happening?
they were
They were
starting
wanting.
that.
It would be cool, but also Link doesn't talk. So like.
Yeah, I am more concerned about that one. But
Wait.
honestly, I was concerned about this Mario movie
Yeah.
coming out too, and
Me
it
too.
exceeded my
It did
expectations
great.
a lot.
Yeah, maybe
so.
I guess they'll have
Same.
Link talk. I
Mhm.
think who was it? I saw like a meme saying like, "New Zelda. Imagine casting Tom Holland."
Oh my gosh.
As Zelda.
A Zelda?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
Like
No,
that would be- I'll be curious to see it. It all had.
well, in the 90s, Link had a voice also,
Oh yeah, with
and it
that.
was very bad.
Yeah.
So
True.
then he continued being a silent protagonist for a while.
Yeah. Okay, bro. Nintendo has been burned.
Did you know Link's voice? What
Yeah,
sounds-
isn't it?
No, well, yeah, that's how it sounds now.
No, there was like a cartoon too, right?
Yes, and in some
Yeah.
video games too. But he was like,
Mm.
"Excuse me,
see.
princess,
Oh, I
So it's
hate
the
that.
90s.
No wonder.
can I have a kiss?" And she's like, "Not about
That's
it."
really funny.
Yeah,
That's so
very-
bad.
That's
Yeah.
really
Yeah, I know he was like a huge simp for like Zelda,
Oh, big time.
but
Big
like
time.
in the newer stuff, he's just normal.
Major incel energy.
But that's why they made him mute
Exactly.
to remove that.
Yeah.
Got
So
it,
now
okay.
he's like way above that. He's like
He's like really cool.
he doesn't even
dude.
talk to her.
Yeah, he's just like,
There
hey,
you
I'm
go.
here to
She's
save
obsessed
the
with him.
world.
Yeah.
I'm here to, be a kind person. Make sure
Mhm.
you're good. We're good. Okay, bye.
Much better dynamic. Yeah.
Yeah, I like
Tsundere,
that.
right? Is that what we call it? Tsundere?
He doesn't even talk, dude. I think
Yeah.
she
he is.
does.
Yeah.
I think what's his name? Ganondorf would be more.
Ganondorf.
Ganondorf. Ganon. He
Yeah,
would be
Ganon,
more
yeah.
Sunday.
Wow,
I
Josh,
think.
you Ganon dork.
Hey, Josh knows more about his.
Sorry.
His
There's
games. He's
other
a
it could be a
gamer
different
boy.
character depending on but whatever.
Ganon.
You meant Gandalf.
Yeah.
Gandalf.
is
That's,
it-
that's
I'm thinking
my
James Gandolfini. is his-
Oh, nice.
Yeah. but-
We came
anyway.
back to the Italians.
There we go.
Beautiful.
Circle.
Yeah, but I'm glad. I mean, honestly, movies like that is what made it fun to go back to the theater. I hadn't been back since when we watched Avatar,
The Way of Water.
Way of
The Way
Water.
of Water,
Mhm.
Yeah.
which that was another experience. That was last
Yeah.
year, though.
I was devastated when I saw the runtime of that movie.
That was the
knowing
funniest thing. Okay,
knowing
so
that
we
movie in
went-
3D, but it
Yeah, I
worked for me.
remember I don't know, we were already on our way because we were going to just watch it together. And I was like, how long is this movie? And Josh was like, I don't know, actually. And I look it up and I was like, what, 3 hours and 15 minutes?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's-
something
yeah.
like that.
just
Josh
about.
stood there in shock. I even took a picture and he was like, why is it so long? Like, what type of movie does this have to be that long? But like for the rest of the ride to the theater, he was in shock. Like, why is this so long?
And part of it was because I don't know if you were nervous about it being a 3D movie also.
Oh, it was in
I was.
IMAX.
So
It was my
yes.
first time in IMAX. I had never gone
Yes.
to IMAX before.
So then I was like, oh, you're not going to get a headache if it's not that long. James Cameron knows what he's
Mhm.
doing. So as long as it's like, I don't know, under 2.5 hours, that's pushing it. That's already pushing it. It was like an hour longer than that. But,
Yeah, it was so funny.
Still,
I enjoyed it. It was
yeah.
a good experience.
uh-huh.
Yeah. The reason I enjoyed it was because what I focused the most on was that the 3D didn't bother me.
Yes.
Yeah,
Because
I
I thought it was
agree.
going to bother me.
I did
and
too.
I have to wear
Yeah.
my glasses and the 3D glasses on top of my glasses
Mhm.
to be able to see. So I was like, I'm going to have a horrible time in this movie. I'm
Mhm.
going to hate it because I don't like wearing 3D glasses. And so then I actually I got used to wearing
Yeah.
it. I could see clearly. I can see the whole screen. Like I
It was
enjoyed
nice. I agree.
the movie watching experience is what I enjoyed.
Mm-hmm.
The movie,
Just
it
as
was
much.
okay.
Okay.
I think it was just a fun experience.
Yes,
to be
yeah,
there.
I agree.
I didn't hate it.
I had
or
a great time
anything.
watching
it
it
was
with you
fun.
guys.
I really wanted a little bit more, but that's a different
Yeah,
conversation.
It's like they don't need to rehash the same thing as the last movie.
If
but
you're
whatever,
creating
you know.
a new entire, like you're creating an entire epic, amazing world, I'm here for it.
Mm-hmm.
You're starting the hero's journey. You're starting like family, themes. Like I'm here for it. But like, why expand it like an hour extra of crap we don't care about? That's the one thing. But other than that, I mean, I had a good time. I think it wasn't. Anyway, I don't want to go too much, but it wasn't bad.
I mean, if you want, I can go into the movie.
You sound like you want to go into it.
I just
Might
have
as
one
well.
thing. It's like exactly like to go along with what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Like the characters, what's her name, Neytiri and Jake.
Yeah.
Right. They went through what they went through in the first movie.
Mm-hmm.
It bothers me when in sequels the characters have to go again through the arc that they've been through.
Yeah.
Of like, of the way that they act when a certain or a certain occurrence or a certain thing happens, some kind of dilemma, they'll act the same way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They haven't changed or they haven't learned from it happening last time.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it was very all the characters and convoluted and like just a lot. 3.5 hours, 3 hours and 15 minutes, whatever. Like, yeah.
On top of that, even within the movie, like the kids got kidnapped, like over and over and over
Yes,
again.
exactly.
Yeah, I think
I was like, again,
if that story if it would have been shortened and like kind of like cut out those extra pieces that you didn't need, like as Huba mentioned, like the couple going through the same thing again.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just focused on like the younger generation, the new generation, the one that's gonna carry the rest of the series or whatever the heck. But they didn't. They kind of redid everything the same. Literally, it was even the same villain.
Yeah,
it was the same thing. You could have easily removed him out of it, and then just made it more of a familial dynamic and issues there, right? Because he's not from there. He's just been there how long? He was from Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's you're raising a family. Those issues are gonna come up. You're very different kinds of people of so like how does that work? Like what is your purpose in this new land? If you need to find something that makes you want to run away, fine. To like there's ways where you can make it work without having to bring the same villain.
Yeah,
focusing on being able to focus on the younger kids, especially on that one kid, like the one guy or whatever he is. Like all of that is like I would have loved to see more of that, and that's what to me I didn't like. Instead I had to focus on like mustache twirling white dude
hunting
be
the whales.
evil, hunting whales for no reason,
Mm-hmm.
just because like we're so evil. That I didn't like that, but I loved the visuals, like the
and that final
underwater
battle I thought was very satisfying.
Yeah, I agree. There were so many cool things there. It was just the extra stuff.
I didn't like Spider either.
Who's Spider?
Spider, the human boy who.
Oh, okay, got it. Yeah,
Yeah, because they do this thing where they're like testing. Because the previous movie Avatar was like
that one
was like Jake Sully, yes, the guy with the dreads.
With the dreads, yeah.
Okay, you could have brought him and used the fact that he's a human, but why have him there if you're not gonna really use him? He's just like a plot device for the people that we didn't care about.
Yeah, there's something there about like, what is a person? Like, is it who you were, who you are now? Like, Jake Sully was a human who, through the tree, became a Na'vi.
Somehow.
He was an avatar, right? So he was like controlling. So he was being fake, but then he became his real self, who was the avatar. So then they experiment with that with like this random Na'vi born from that one lady, the lady from Silence of the Lambs. What's her name?
No, it's from Alien.
Alien. That's
Sigourney Weaver.
Sigourney Weaver.
Okay.
Yeah. The baby avatar born from
Jodie
Sigourney
Foster.
Weaver.
Silence of the Lambs.
Wait,
Yeah,
different?
That's a different.
Okay, whatever. We'll get to that later.
Wait, there's another
We'll
one
come
now.
back. Okay. Anyway, so Sigourney Weaver's baby, Spider. He's a human, but he's lived with the avatars his whole life.
Wait, that's not her child.
her child is the one that's
The
like
the other girl.
it's like the one.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, that's
I
what
thought
you're
you were
talking about.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about Spider.
No, yeah, I'm
Spider.
listing the different.
Oh, I got it.
That Spider was it's one condition where it's like a human who's lived with
Got
Navi his
Oh,
whole
okay.
life.
I was very
That one
confused.
baby is like some weird hybrid made in a lab situation, but she's a Navi with special powers.
Yeah.
And then the other children are like half breed human.
Yeah, so they have the
Navi
5
avatar
fingers, right?
situation. And then you have Neytiri, who is an actual Navi with no weird thing.
Did
And
I call
then-
her? What did I call it? Her name's Neytiri. What did I call her?
I don't.
Sayudi or something?
I don't think.
I
I
what I
think
call
you
her.
called,
I think you called her
called her
Neytiri.
real
Neytiri?
name.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah,
I
I've
am
been calling actresses their wrong names, so you're good.
Also, the Sigourney Weaver daughter one hybrid or whatever. The one.
Yeah.
The one. She's got an old lady voice the whole movie.
Yes.
They really tried to hide it, but
Kiri.
they couldn't.
Kiri.
Oh yeah, because
Kiri?
it was Sigourney Weaver talking.
It was Sigourney Weaver. Yeah. They could have like
Just hired.
augmented her voice
Not
more.
even. Just hire a
Get-
different
yeah.
actress.
Yeah.
Maybe a relative of hers.
I think it's so
Like
that
if
she
young
can be
yeah.
credited as an actress in the movie.
Uh-huh.
They had. That's the only way they could do that.
Yeah.
Because then she
Ah.
would have only been like a cameo, basically.
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
Oh, I
wouldn't have
guess
been
that
her.
makes sense.
But yeah, she sounded like she was old.
Yeah. Supposed to be like this 8-year-old or what, 12-year-old girl. It's
She was like
"Brr."
17 or 18. She was old enough.
Oh.
Oh, I
okay.
see. Okay. So, okay.
She was old enough.
Okay. Anyway, there are all these things about what it means to be a Navi, what it means to be a person. Like
Mhm.
that's like a subtext of the movie, but like they didn't really do anything with that.
Yeah.
Like they could have gone further with that. So
Yeah,
that's-
I agree. I think if they would have even used Soli and just Soli, not even like the extra creepy girl, then Spider, because and their kids because they are half breed, right?
Mhm.
They do bring it up. They do
Mhm.
call them derogatory terms by the
Yeah.
other people because they have 5 fingers, and so then I feel like that's where you start to really question things. You can explore them better in a shorter time. It's more tight connected. You can still enjoy all the cool effects
Mhm.
and still have the battle even within each other or with an outside source coming in. Even if you want to say like Earth trying to get back Soli or whatever to like test on them, who the heck?
Sure, yeah, but
But-
they could have taken it in a even more new direction. You know?
Yeah, they could have just explored Sully being there, like
Mhm.
what's it like to be a man in this society, right? You protect your family, and then what, right? Like there was so much, and nothing.
Yeah,
was
yeah.
touched
It's like
upon.
it's almost too big for
Yeah,
its own good, but then also not big enough because it's like it's this whole planet and like this guy just shows up and finds this guy's kid. Like there's things where it's like. I don't know. It lines up it's too convenient, and I'm just like,
yeah.
really?
It's a
Like,
very.
really?
If you want to talk
know?
about
I don't know.
simplistic storytelling,
And it was like, what, 5-6 months ago when we saw it in December.
Yeah. Mhm.
yeah,
So I am a little vague. I'm sure we're.
Yeah, that's
little-
why I'm not using any of their names. I'm like so and so kid, whatever.
yeah. I
kid.
was like,
Let's
that one
rewatch it.
boy. I'm good. I don't think I would rewatch it, but I will watch the next one in theaters.
Yeah, same.
Like for
same.
sure, I'm watching it. I think they're doing like to a different world now
I don't
because
know.
he wants to do like all the element stuff. I think.
Yeah, I thought the next one was gonna be like Sky or something.
I thought it would. No, I thought
Wait, the last one was
Sky
Sky,
was
was it?
Sky.
Or the last one
yeah.
was Forest? I really don't
No, it
know.
was
Water.
Sky.
Earth?
Oh, the first
Oh
one. you
wait,
mean?
no, it's actually Pandora. I really don't know. Whatever.
The first
Then I
one,
think the
you
next one's
consider
like
Sky.
fire people, like lava
Mm.
people or something.
I have no clue.
I
would
think
have
that's
to
so
be
interesting. Okay, you know what? Let's say something cool about this movie that I really liked. The way that their bodies are created to fit the environment they're in. They have gills. The way their eyes like do the
Mhm.
thing.
Okay. Yeah, those
The way
natives,
like
yeah.
their body is shaped
Yeah,
in
their
a way
tails are
like
bigger.
it's so cool. Like to
Mhm.
me, that was the coolest thing. Like the creatures and the underwater stuff and like the lore of this world. That was awesome.
Yeah, I did quite like that.
I loved that. That to me, that's where I was like, wow, this is so cool. I wish we'd focus on that.
Mm.
But it is what it is.
What do you think of like? I remember now. Though, actually, never mind. You said you're doing good things. Never mind.
Oh, no.
I remember the whale
Move
thing.
it. Yeah.
It
yeah.
bothered. Was it you or was it you that
It
the
was-
wailing
Oh
bothered?
yeah, it was
It
Hila.
was
Hila.
me.
Bothered
Where it was
Hila.
like,
the
how do you like the timeline? The timeline was what bothered you.
The timeline
Yeah.
really bothered mean?
Yeah.
I guess I have a thing with timelines.
That's good. That's good. It has to make sense.
Because to me, it's like this whole thing about whaling.
Yeah, because they extract the serum from the whale's brain or something
for
to,
like
so stop
energy.
aging.
It's like,
yes, unobtainium too, basically, whatever.
Basically,
right.
yes.
So then in my head, I was like, how long were these humans on Earth? I mean, on this planet.
Pandora. It's a moon.
Whatever. Then they took the time to first explore and do marine biology. Find these whales, study their pattern. And this takes years.
Yes.
And then eventually, do the whale hunting, whatever. And then to like explore and like take that apart and then study. Like, come on, you're talking like 10 to 20, 50 years study.
Well,
and you're telling me, okay.
I don't know about that long because you can say they have more advanced technology.
Okay,
exactly.
that's what Josh said. That was he's like, and technology.
But definitely not 1 year, which is supposed to be the
right.
time,
It's supposed to be 1 year.
No,
yes.
But then what we said was like,
him.
what we said was like, was it from the first time they tried to
right.
colonize?
If that's
what
the
I was
case,
saying.
then maybe I could understand that. But then, okay,
but then, they were kicked out.
Okay, sure, they were there, they were studying. Maybe they were kind of like, okay, that's totally cool. Then why did this evil marine guy randomly came back to take revenge? Like, these people have been here this whole time.
Yeah.
That's what doesn't make sense. That's why the way he came back to like take revenge. For some reason, he came back as a Navi somehow. Some
because
way.
there was a body that he can be an avatar.
So
into.
okay, now I'm curious.
Right.
This I don't know. How do they make the bodies? Do they make the bodies, or do they like kill a Navi and they bring him in?
No. They'd use your DNA for the body, so it's only compatible with you.
But it's not your
lab created.
Oh, but then they're not even his real memories. It's not really him.
Right.
That's another like futuristic technology type thing where they grabbed his brain and put it into the guy.
Right, but it's not really him.
So it's not really
it's
his
like,
consciousness.
you're my son.
That was my gripe with the movie.
Yes.
The fact that it was so. Where did he have time to make one? With
where it's
who?
like it's not the same guy, but it's his memories. But it's like, is that the way that the world works in that universe or in that world?
Right.
Where it's like the way we work is it's our soul.
Right.
So his soul must have gotten transferred. That's what they should have said. Then I would have been like, okay, but it wasn't. It's his brain, right? His memories.
Or
so
like
you make
like his consciousness.
But a clone, because a clone is another person. But they're saying it's the same person, but it's his memories.
Yeah, that they took like some.
So
backup.
My thing is, how are they creating a new person
That's
when they're
what
cloning?
I'm saying.
How?
They're like.
Yeah. Is it from the first time they showed up and they just randomly...
But obviously, this goes into creationism and all that, like because God is the one.
But we need to know because of that one It girl, right? She's the universe.
Kitty,
whatever her name is.
I think they call it Kitty.
See, so it's little things like that where I'm like, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and then you're like sitting there thinking about it for 5 minutes while the movie's going on, and then some 10 other things happen. That you're
and you're like, wait, what did I miss? What the heck? And the whole time I was there, I was telling Josh how it bothered me that the timelines didn't make sense.
And I'll say the first movie had stuff like that too, the first Avatar, but this one had more. This one had
probably
more.
because it was longer. They had to do something with the time.
Well, I'm not saying the first movie was amazing.
Who they?
I don't remember. I have not seen that movie since like the early 2010s. But I mean, I still liked it. I still enjoyed it. Like, I don't hate that I watched it. It's just like, it's one of those things where it's like, I believed in you and they disappoint you.
Okay.
That's what it is. I just hope that it would be more.
Well, hey, it's
it
one
would
of
be
the
less.
It's like one of the greatest grossing movies of all time.
Hey, honestly, but I do get it.
To me.
It's not to me. I think it's worth watching in theaters because at the end of the day, that's a spectacle. That's why people go.
Right. Yeah. It also that's worldwide numbers, right?
I believe
worldwide,
so.
it's huge.
I believe so. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So it's not too, and I'm not mad about it. It's not like
it bothered me that they spoke English instead of Na'vi.
He did explain it. He's you guys are idiots, so I'm gonna put it in English.
That's basically what happened. Like they did the thing where,
But
I'm speaking Na'vi right now, but to you it's gonna sound English, but it's actually Na'vi. That's how they did it for the audience.
So I
Yeah,
would
that bothers
assume
me. That bothers me.
It
that
would have
they
been
did that.
awesome if they did it. Navi.
Yeah,
That'd be
I
crazy.
thought it
that
should have
would
been
have
a
been
Navi the whole
so
movie.
cool if
Yeah.
they had done it like in Game of Thrones with Dothraki. Like they never spoke English. Like you get subtitles.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
it.
and then just change out the subtitles for
Or like
different theaters.
whatever other language they have too. Like that's
Mhm.
it. Like you gotta keep up. That would be
Mhm.
really cool. I agree.
I thought that's what it was gonna be.
But for a story so simplistic, they don't. There's no actual language.
Hmm.
Just as a parenthesis, I watched Memoirs of a Geisha,
Oh, yeah?
Mm.
and they did that in that movie where it wasn't Japanese that they were speaking. It was English,
Oh,
but it's based in Japan. But they were speaking English,
Yeah,
and
but
there was a
it's-
few words that were Japanese, like a few phrases that would say
Uh-huh.
they were Japanese, but it wasn't. And also, like a lot of the actors were Chinese.
okay.
But like, is that okay? Like,
What did you think of that movie, by the way? It was recently recommended to me.
by who?
I thought it was. I enjoyed watching it. It wasn't what I thought it was gonna be, so that was great.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was okay.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna go around recommending it to people. I would just be like, "Hey, you like Japanese culture? Sure, go and watch it."
Hmm.
That's the only reason I would ever recommend that movie.
Someone told me it was their favorite movie.
Oh,
So I was like,
hey,
I'll watch it.
Wow.
I'm curious.
Hmm.
You're curious.
I'm very curious.
I'll tell you after.
This will be off the record.
Mhm.
We'll talk about it later. I mean,
Sorry, back to it.
I've considered watching it, but I
Memoirs?
think I
Mhm.
think the reason because it's not, as you mentioned, it's not a
Mhm.
Japanese film. I
Mhm.
think that when a Western, and this is not me to sound like, it's when a Western, like America or American people, whatever, or even Western people try to create Asian culture things, you have to they did it well with Mulan, I think. So
Mhm.
they don't
Well-
speak Chinese in that movie, and it's
Yeah.
Right,
animated.
that's
Well,
true.
that's like for an American audience. That's kids.
Right.
You know what I mean? That wasn't for
Yeah,
a Chinese audience.
That's actually good.
and
that...
you said that it mixes Japanese and Chinese culture.
Yes,
told
that's
me that.
true. I did find that out. I had to look into it.
Mm.
So I
But
feel like that's a completely different thing, though.
yeah, but I don't know. I feel like I've heard mixed reviews on it. I've heard like it was good. Other people are like it's not even traditional to like fully what the Japanese culture is about,
Mhm.
the geisha world or whatever.
Gotcha.
Other people are like, oh, I hated it. Other people are like, it was actually not bad. I really
Mhm.
enjoyed it. So there's so many mixed reviews,
Yeah, I
and
didn't hate it.
Mm.
and to
definitely
me,
didn't.
it looks like a sad movie. I'm not about to go and see a sad movie.
I just
It
know the
was.
poster.
Me too.
Because of what it deals with.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
I don't know if I could do that, but if it's like, because I also don't like to watch movies where, if there's like things like that, like assuming what it is, I don't like to watch movies when I know if there's stuff like I don't know, like if there's a women or things like that, and there's like some type of overpowering, or I just don't want to watch it. I could read about it, but I don't think I could watch it.
You don't see that in that movie.
Okay, maybe
Just
that.
FYI.
Okay,
Yeah,
that
like,
was like my
there's-
only thing where I'm like, I don't know if I want to watch.
There's
that.
a scene where something like, someone's trying to take advantage of someone else, but they don't show anything. They don't do
Okay.
anything like that in that movie.
Okay, then that's okay. Cause one time I accidentally watched The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
Which
I haven't
one?
watched that. but
I
I've
Which
heard.
one?
I think one of the recent ones, not the original.
Okay.
The remake, and I shut that off.
Oh my gosh.
I was like,
Would you recommend that movie? I've almost watched it one time, but I didn't.
I don't know. Okay, the thing about the first, okay, I'll say this: I was a different person then. I said like I wasn't as well versed in film or whatever. I don't know. It was like I didn't know what to expect, and when I watched it, I was like, "What? I don't know. Maybe it is graphic."
Mm-hmm.
And there's a particular scene that I hated a lot. So I don't know. After that, I kind of like shut my brain off.
Mhm.
I don't know if it's good or not. I would probably recommend if you're gonna watch it, maybe the original. You know,
I've seen the original.
That's what I've heard.
And,
that to watch the original, not the reboot.
Yeah,
I
it
would
was
just-
it was pretty gruesome.
yeah. There's a lot
Yeah.
of like violence against women and like things like that.
I think
And
I'll
it
just-
was-
I'll skip it.
Also, it was a long time ago. Not what I would expect. And I was watching it at someone else's house, like on
Oh,
cable.
Oh.
So definitely like
That's not a movie to
Cable.
watch with people.
They showed everything.
yeah. Well, it was one of the premium channels, like
Oh,
yeah,
HBO or
but
something,
you do
okay.
not want to watch that movie.
But still,
with
I
other
was like,
people.
yeah, I was like in their room watching it, and I was like, huh,
What
should I be watching this here?
Yeah, it can be very graphic. There's a lot of like I guess this could trigger warnings.
Mhm.
So, to me, I'm like, it feels like one of those movies, or because it's based on a book, right? It's like one of those
Mhm.
stories. But that's the thing. I don't know how it ends. I would assume that she.
Yeah,
has
because the series continues.
Yeah, so I don't know how it ends. But at least
Mhm.
this first movie, it was just sad.
Hmm.
Except it goes back to me not wanting to watch sad things
Right,
Yeah.
because
right.
they make me sad.
Yeah, I see. So then don't watch Schindler's List.
I think that's a different type of.
Different type of sad.
Yeah, I mean
Okay.
that's more history. Like you want to be more informed. I heard it's really good.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm sure
recommend
The
it.
Girl with the
Hmm.
Dragon Tattoo is still a good movie, but it talks about different issues. I think
Right.
it's up to you.
Okay.
You can
No, I'm
watch
not gonna
it.
watch it. I'm good.
But yeah, it just had some scenes where I'm like, oh no, why am I here? Why am I sitting here?
Mhm. Yeah.
I didn't like it.
Yeah, it conveys that feeling. But-
Yeah,
We can
There's some-
continue on that. I just want to let you. It was supposed to be in parentheses, but it doesn't have to be in parentheses. We don't have to go back to Avatar, unless you
Oh.
wanted to finish your
I
thoughts
think
on
we're
it.
done. I don't know.
What else did I have
Avatar.
to say about Avatar?
How you hated the
The
time.
water looked great. That's it.
Okay.
Period.
It could just be another conversation.
I will
Okay.
say Zoe Saldana is now officially on 2 films that got really high numbers.
Good for
This
her.
one and Endgame.
Yeah.
She wasn't
Yeah.
in Top Gun, sadly, but she would have made a cameo. She would have been a nice top 3 right there.
Hmm. Yeah.
But I thought that was really cool.
Good for her.
So yeah, it was nice.
And she was also in Guardians 3.
3.
Yeah, which I haven't seen. You know what? I'm gonna break my MCU,
Your Disney
and I
fast.
will eventually going to go watch it. But I've been so busy. Who knows when? I feel like by the time I have time to go watch it, it won't be in theaters anymore, which is suck. I wanted to. We'll see. Hopefully, I can go watch it.
It'll get on Disney Plus.
Yeah, that's true. Eventually, maybe it'll be better, so I can cry by myself.
think it might like a week. It'll be on this.
Probably. I'm pretty sure they'll wait till after Memorial Weekend. I don't know how we got here. I think Josh asked me that. Oh wait, okay.
Your favorite
It
out of
was
the
my
movies we
favorite,
watched.
and then we talked about Super Mario,
Yes.
and then Josh.
Yeah,
went
and then
on
I
a
hijacked
huge
it about
thing
the
it.
90s Mario.
All right, so now Josh, tell us. What were, you know what? I'm gonna skip you.
Yeah,
You're
go
already-
on ahead. Who needs to talk some more?
Move it. What were some of your favorite ones that you watched
Mhm.
or rewatched or whatever?
Sure. I'll do a new one. New one that I watched that definitely stands out of the pack is Puss in Boots: The Last Wish.
Oh, I
you know
want to
what?
watch that
Yeah,
movie.
but I
Very,
hadn't
very
seen the
good.
previous one, so I didn't catch it.
Oh,
I need
Definitely
to watch.
recommend it.
Yeah, I want to watch that one.
I
All
heard it's
audiences.
really good.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's like it won't disappoint you. It's a really fun time.
Great.
It's great. Like kids can watch it, and it deals with like so many adult themes that kids can like, digest.
Mm.
And
That's awesome.
it's great. I definitely
Awesome.
recommend.
Wow,
recommend it.
that's like encouraging.
And
right?
the animation is like
Mhm.
it's like a mix between, computer animated look, and then like Spider-Verse type of look.
Oh, awesome.
kinda
Oh,
like
that's
that.
fun.
Yeah.
Like stop motion, but
Mm-hmm.
animation. Kind of
I
like
really
in
like
between.
that.
It's a
Kinda
good
Yeah.
mix of like 2 and 3D, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause
definitely.
That's cool.
I don't know how to explain it, but it's very interesting.
Cool.
It's well done, and
Hmm.
it's not like fully computer animated like CGI. I guess is the term that people use, but like Shrek is.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely, it's very refreshing and
Nice. So
That's
yeah, I
great.
really want to watch that movie. I
Mhm.
heard really good.
great
things.
action. Funny moments.
Mm.
Just Antonio Banderas and Salma Hayek just sound old, but it's just because they're old, But they do a really good job. It's a
Oh.
lot of fun,
That's
Nice.
good. That's
Yeah.
exciting. That's
Good.
really good. I heard really good things about it.
and that's not like a problem with the movie. I was just saying, I was trying to find something silly to say about it, but
Yeah,
other than that, everything was good. So
Awesome.
definitely
Nice.
recommend
I'm a
That's
fan
a-
of both of them too. So
that's
Okay.
good. Yeah, I
Mhm.
definitely want to check that movie out. I heard really good things.
it. And Super Mario, I guess, but we talked about that already.
Yeah.
And I guess I don't have another one that like stands out.
the man from Earth.
No.
Oh, what are you talking about? I've never seen that movie.
Oh gosh, that movie. We saw it way too soon.
Before we get to that
Oh.
one, another one that it's like I'm not recommending, but I thought it was very interesting. It was a Meryl Streep movie called Out of Africa.
Oh,
1985.
that's really popular.
Really? I
Yeah,
had never
that's
heard
what
of that
kind of
movie.
made her famous.
Okay, that makes a lot of
That's
sense.
the one. Yeah,
Really?
that's the one that not famous,
Wasn't Kramer
but
versus Kramer?
I think that's the one that put her on the map.
Okay, I see.
And then Kramer versus Kramer is kind of what like, okay, she's
Got it.
something. Like it was like
Okay.
they saw hearsay. I don't remember where I heard this, but that's the movie that people kind of like. I don't know if it's her first film or
Mhm.
one of her big ones, and
Yeah.
then from there, people like, okay, we want to see what she does, and then
I see.
until now,
It's definitely like a movie where she could showcase her acting.
okay.
And I think she
I've
did
heard
a
it's
fantastic
good.
job
I heard
in
it's
it.
good.
The themes in it, it's like, just her going to Africa and then trying to live over there.
Oh, okay.
But it's like good. It's good in the sense of like very well performed, and like she's over there trying to live over there as like she starts a coffee farm, and like
Oh,
she
that
deals
sounds
with the things that she
awesome.
deals with. So if you wanted to see
Oh,
a
that sounds
good
like a good
drama,
one. That sounds
yeah.
like something I'd like to watch.
Definitely different than everything else I've watched, and I enjoyed it. I don't know why I picked it.
Nice.
I was just like, you know what? I'm just watch this Meryl Streep. Let's watch.
Oh,
I put it on.
cool.
I think
That's
it was
always
Netflix.
fun. I think when you
I think
find
that's
a
where I watched
movie
it.
like that where you're like, I don't know what this is, and you just watch it and
Mhm.
you're like, wow, that was great. Like that's always the best feeling.
Yeah, that is a good
Where like
feeling.
you pick a random one and you're like, that was pretty good.
Mhm.
That's cool. Nice.
Yeah. That's it. That's all I have. Well, there's other ones. One more. Sorry.
Okay,
Yeah.
no,
Wait,
go for it.
what was the
Go
movie
for it. What
that you guys were about to talk? Oh yeah, the
movie? The garbage
got it.
one.
Right.
I'm just kidding. I
This
don't hate
movie, it was just charming, but because of the actors in it, they were Down syndrome kids. Like
Oh,
I
that's
don't know
awesome.
about kids, but like young people, and it's called Champions with Woody Harrelson. He plays like a basketball coach.
Oh, I've seen clips of that.
Yeah, it's charming because like these like Down syndrome people are like in it, and they actually are very surprisingly funny, entertaining, and
Oh,
like
that's awesome. I
they're
love
acting. They're acting.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was really cool. So for that reason, I recommend it.
Cool. Yeah.
It's not amazing. It
Uh-huh.
has like it's filmed like kind of like in between like a Hallmark and a Hollywood type feel.
that. Okay.
But Woody Harrelson, he's always like charming,
Yeah.
and then
Okay.
they're really great in it.
Oh,
So I
that's
recommend it.
sweet. I like
And
that.
it's basketball.
That's
I enjoy
fun.
watching basketball.
Good.
movies.
That's
Good.
fun.
Playoffs are going on right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. After you hit
We
me
just
in the
had a
face.
basketball moment earlier.
Yes, and that hurt. It was funny though.
I thought Hilo was gonna break my ankles, so I smacked the ball with everything.
I'm okay.
My
What
whole
did you?
soul.
Okay, what did you expect I was gonna do?
I thought you were gonna dribble first off,
it wasn't a basketball.
and then when you threw it, I was like, "Oh, she gave me an easy block." I was like, "Let me teach her a lesson."
Yeah, I guess you
Smacked
threw it and
it.
it bounced on the wall and hit me in the
I'm
face.
sorry.
That was really funny though. Ah,
Sorry, wait, actually one more.
yeah, go for
Last
it.
one, I
Yeah, go for
promise.
it. You
You can
watched a
talk-
lot.
yeah.
You watched more than
Which
us.
we talked about
You
it.
should have more time than us because you watch more than us.
I agree.
Oh, okay, I see.
Mhm.
Thank you. I
You get,
appreciate
privileges. You
Yeah,
watch
check
more
your privilege.
movies.
that. Okay, so it's called A Deadly Adoption.
Oh.
I touched it on it with you guys, but I recommend this movie 100%.
I need to watch that.
It's-
I think I need to watch that
it
too.
for like whatever you get from it, great. Like if you hate it, awesome. If you loved it, great. If you thought it was amazing, if you thought it was funny, great.
As soon as I saw
Watch
the
it.
casting, it was on my list
Yes.
immediately.
Yes.
Yeah, I was so confused at first, but I was like, you know what? Maybe it is worth the watch.
This is a Hallmark movie. I think it's Hallmark, or a Hallmark type movie, like
Uh-huh.
Lifetime type
Okay.
movie. Yeah, because that's different. They're way different, but Lifetime type movie where it's Kristen Wiig and Will Ferrell, but they're playing it serious. Like they're
That's
acting
awesome.
serious in the movie. Like they're like think of any other actors doing the movie.
Yeah.
It just happens to be them.
Uh-huh.
They're not trying to be funny. They're playing it
Can
serious.
you imagine
Awesome.
that conversation?
So
I
that's
love
the great
that.
thing about
Oh
it, that
my
you can
gosh.
receive the movie. If you're like watching it and you don't know nothing about these actors,
Uh-huh.
and you just so happen to be just a Lifetime movie fan,
Yeah.
like some grandma or whatever that
Mhm.
likes Lifetime movies, and she watches this, she won't know
Yeah.
because they're playing it serious.
Right.
That's really
But
funny.
we know Will Ferrell and Kristen Wiig, they're funny
Uh-huh.
actors or whatever,
Yeah.
even though they've played serious roles
Uh-huh.
before.
But
But
they're
it's just
known
funny.
for their
It's a Lifetime
comedy.
movie.
Yeah.
It's like, it's breaking the fourth wall, but not really.
Yeah.
They don't, but
yeah,
they do.
that's so
Yeah.
interesting, right? Like how actors, I mean, maybe not now, but like actors that we've known for a long time, like them that got their fame through SNL and very specific roles, we can watch this movie and
Mhm.
kind of like you said, get that fourth wall feeling.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
like a
Right.
little wink. You know?
Yes,
Yeah, and
exactly.
it's really fun. And it's sad that I feel like we can't do something like that with like new actors, sadly. But it's really fun. That's cool that movie exists.
Well, I
Yeah.
will say there's times that it's gone horribly wrong also. So that's a movie that stuck the landing as far as just actually a serious dramatic, in quotes, presentation.
I'm curious now.
But like there's movies like Movie 47 or I don't know, Disaster
Oh.
Movie
Oh,
or like, you know,
gosh.
where they like, oh, it's just all these fun actors like, and then it
Ugh.
just sucks because
Yeah,
there's
I
not an
guess.
actual like heart behind
I
it.
loathe movie 43.
I've never
I love
watched
that.
it. I'm
I'm
scared.
Garbage.
I'm sorry I brought it up, but
So wait, have you seen it, Josh?
no, I don't think I could make it all the way through.
You watched the whole thing?
It starts
I
off
don't remember
bad.
if I watched the whole thing.
It starts
don't
off
remember.
bad, like really
Okay,
bad.
so
But
what is this movie
It's not a full
about?
one story movie.
Right, it's like an
it's-
anthology.
Yes, it's like a bunch of different
Yeah,
little
type.
Okay,
stories.
so what is the history behind this movie? Why was this made?
No idea.
Because it has a lot
My
of
guess, it was
prominent
a
actors.
Director had a vision and he's friends with all these people.
Yeah,
and
yeah, movie 43, 2013.
Jeez.
Yeah, from oh geez. Yeah, sorry, I'm just reading up a little bit on the story, but as far as I can tell, it was like, you know, agents would be like, "Oh, Hugh Jackman's in the movie," and then it was like, "Oh,
Mm.
I've got to get in it." It's like, "Oh, Hugh
Right.
Jackman and Halle Berry are in the movie."
Mhm.
It's like, "Oh, and Emma Stone and so, and then it just became one of those things where it's like so many names jumped on it because of the other names,
Mhm.
and it was like, "Oh, you're just gonna have a little part, you know, just do this little thing for this one skit, basically."
Mhm.
But yeah, they were all bad.
That's
Like,
so interesting.
bad
right?
is an understatement.
Right. I'm scared to watch that movie, and I kind of forgot about it until now. But it's cool how not cool, but interesting how actors will do their part, and they read the script or their part or whatever, but they don't really know how they're going to be edited.
Yeah.
So when they
that's
go
true.
to like premieres and they sit down, they're like, "What the heck? What happened?"
Yeah.
Or they'll be like, "Wow, that was actually I didn't expect it to be like that." Like I remember Natalie Portman's an interview where she filmed Black Swan and she did her thing, but she didn't realize that it was like a more of like a horror thriller thing.
Interesting.
So when she sat down to watch it, she was like, "Oh, I just thought it was like a drama, like psychological drama type thing." Like she didn't think it was gonna be like that, quote unquote, horror like. But she liked it obviously, but she didn't know because she didn't realize that's how it was gonna be edited.
Mhm.
So I thought that's cool. Because eventually things change in the editing room, and they're like, "Oh, this
Oh,
might
yeah.
look better." So that's cool.
Yeah, just to talk a little bit about it. The film took almost a decade to get into production.
Oof.
As studios rejected the script. It was
Okay.
shot over a period of several years. Casting proved to be a challenge. Some actors declined to take a part, while others attempted to get out of the project. It was panned by critics, with Richard Roper calling it the Citizen Kane of awful.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's an anthology comedy film with 14 different storylines. So it's like different actors in the different parts. And yeah, it's one of the worst movies of all time, for sure.
Should
Easily.
we watch that, Josh?
I don't know.
I
don't
feel
know.
like that's
I
a
have my
movie-
limits.
I think that like I think that there's those movies that we have to watch with people. If not, we're not
yeah,
gonna get through
yeah,
it.
agreed.
So like I feel like maybe we could watch it. Maybe we could watch it and then we'll
because
bring
I definitely started this movie.
then we'll bring either my sister or Misa or somebody who really doesn't know a lot
Someone
about
who
it.
would want to suffer with us.
Someone who doesn't know that it's a terrible movie and sit down and be like, "What is this?"
Yeah.
I would be curious. That right there would be like a case study. in
That would
my
be
opinion.
interesting.
It would be fun. I kind of want to watch it now.
Okay.
I'm curious.
Okay. I'm like I don't want to be like, yeah.
Is it better than the Christmas special?
No, it's not. It's really
Would you
not.
rather watch the Christmas
I would rather
special?
Yeah,
watch
I
Star
would
On
watch
Wars
the
loop.
holiday
Christmas
special on loop.
Yes.
On loop.
But you haven't even seen movie 43.
No, I have my limits.
Can you imagine the people that went to the theater to watch that?
You know, I actually heard a story a guy at work told me recently.
Really?
Yeah, that's really funny you say that. But it wasn't for this one. It was for Freddy Got Fingered. But he
Mhm.
was like, I went to the theater to watch Freddy Got Fingered, and
What movie is that?
I
Okay,
left. I left and asked for a refund. And I was like, oh yeah, you can do that, I guess. like in my head, I'm like, oh, I don't want to waste my money. And I would sit through the whole movie mad. But this guy was like, no, I left FNAF for a refund as soon as he started doing whatever with this horse or whatever. And I was like,
Wait,
oh,
what?
geez.
What movie is that?
It's
You brought
I've
it
heard
up.
of the actor that's in it. He
What
was
is it
basically
called? Charlie? No, not Charlie.
Charlie
Bit
Bit My Finger.
Charlie Bit My Finger. He's like a
That's not
comedic
it.
actor, right?
Who
yes.
is
He's
it?
made other
Yeah.
comedy movies.
What is the movie called?
It's called Freddy Got Fingered.
Why would he think that's a funny movie?
Yeah, Tom Green.
Tom Green,
was
that's
a was a director star.
Oh, 2001.
Yeah, but
Oh, that
it's
guy.
it's
Oh,
very.
I can watch it now for free.
It's like
Nice.
it's almost to the point where it's like absurd. It's like almost like Dada. Like it's just beyond like
screwball
bad.
comedy.
It's like in that realm, which is what makes me compare it to more movie 43. But
Oh.
I can't believe the conversation led to Freddy Got Fingered.
Yeah,
cannot believe that.
I hate that title. That's so ugly. Why would
the
people
title is
watch
fitting.
that?
The title is fitting.
Oh, I don't know. That was weird.
Yeah, I've heard, who was it? I think it might have been Red Letter Media talking about that movie, that's how I knew that it was Tom
Mhm.
Green, that he was like
Mm-hmm.
the head of, the creative.
Yes.
Like he did everything,
yeah.
and that how bad it was, or whatever. I think it might have been Jay from.
So, would you watch Freddy Got Fingered or movie 43?
That's tough.
If you had to
is
pick one.
tough. Probably Freddy Got Fingered because it's one story.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, which movie's longer? It
I
has
don't
to be
know.
movie 43, right?
I don't know. I don't know,
Freddy Got
actually.
Fingers, and now we're in 27 minutes.
Let me see if Google can answer this
I just
question.
looked
There's
that
no
up.
way. Oh wait, for real?
Yeah,
Wait,
I was
how long
looking
is
at
it?
it, and now we're in 27 minutes.
Oh, okay. I thought you said 27 minutes.
No, I'm pretty
Feature
sure
length,
that's what it
27
is.
minutes.
Wait,
127.
2001?
So it's
How
a
old were
solid
we?
127.
I'm pretty sure that's what it said. It could have been a 57 or a 27 or a 30. It was a 7 in there.
Okay.
No more than 2 hours. Why are we doing this?
No, we need to know now.
For what, the runtime?
Movie 43 runtime.
Right. It's 1 hour and 34 minutes. So it's close. They're close in length.
Oh, then we can. I was like, maybe the shorter one.
We can have a double feature tonight.
You know what? I'd
Yes.
rather watch movie 43. I don't know. The fact that
my
someone...
eyes widened.
No, because
He
I
left.
don't want to watch someone get fingered. I don't like that title. It makes me uncomfortable. And then that guy with the horse, he said something about a horse.
Uh-huh.
Is that what happens in movie 43?
Well, it's one of not a 43. Freddy Got Fingered. But it's one of many things that happens in that movie.
Should we rate this podcast?
Yeah, trigger
Rated
warning.
R?
If you're a horse lover, don't listen to this unless
Oh,
you
gosh.
really love.
Stop!
Sorry, never mind.
This should
No
not,
kids.
this is not a family.
This is rated
friendly
PG, but
podcast.
90s
All right,
PG.
this is what happens. When,
90s PG.
this is what happens when you let me talk for 5 minutes.
Oh my gosh. How did we end up here? Oh, because I asked you about something about him. Like, imagine people going to watch movie 43 and what they thought.
Uh-huh.
And you're
Let's
like,
just talk
this
about-
reminds me.
Let's just talk about the Man from Earth.
let's please.
All right. So we watched Man from Earth.
Yeah.
This has been a really weird episode so far. It doesn't have our usual
It's always like
jolly-
this.
There's no one who's watched. If you've watched all 3 of these movies, please let us know.
We haven't
please
even
let us
seen
know.
these movies. All
Oh
of
my
them.
gosh, yeah. Yeah, The Man from Earth was on my watch list for a very long time. We were at Hooves deciding what movie to watch. They had left their remote unattended. Also, I stole it. So
That's true. That
they
was
they
John.
both walked away. So I was picking what to watch. I picked Tubi as a streaming service.
For
Yes.
some reason.
Then I
You
went to-
knew what you were doing,
Then I went to
Josh.
the faith category, and then I recognized this movie that has been on my watch list for a while. I played it without giving much of a preamble about it, besides that it was dialogue heavy.
Right.
But I didn't know much about the movie either, honestly. Just that it was dialogue heavy. And it at first it was like the production kind of was like, it's like a made for TV movie style, like just a bunch of people in a room. But the conversation was intriguing enough that like it gripped me.
yeah.
And like it hooked me after like 15-20 minutes. I was like, oh, now we're on board with this. But about 2/3 to 3/4 of the way of the movie going through, it takes it goes into it's just ranting. It just starts to like going on about a diatribe. it takes a certain stance that I was like,
Mhm.
oh, this is the most basic direction this movie could have gone in.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it lost me at
It
that
could have
point.
been very great,
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah,
the
it could have
conversation.
been very, very great. I think it had potential to be very, very great. And then towards the end, it dropped the ball big time.
Yeah.
Especially if it would have left out that part of what it's trying to go against.
And
you know?
it teased that. It was like, next, like, let's move on. And I was
Mhm.
like, that would have been very mature. That would have been very mature. If they'd done
Yeah.
that, but
I okay. Well, first, the night started with me saying I don't want to watch any sci-fi. And then we ended up watching sci-fi under the faith category. Okay. So honestly, I really enjoyed this movie for most of it. Like I
Mhm.
really did.
Yeah.
I think I gave it like a 3-star because I thought that what they were trying to go for, it was cool, interesting. It was just people conversating about a lot of like philosophy and like science, and like it was just cool. Like this is the type of people who would have these conversations.
Mhm.
So I was in for it. Someone who, like I said, the whole sci-fi thing, but it was just what I like to watch. I'm like, people talking in a room, let's go. I want to know what's gonna happen. And the whole like back and forth of like, is it what you're saying true? Is it not true?
Mhm.
Like that in itself was really cool because it was like, even if you don't believe me or you do, like it doesn't matter. Like
Mhm.
I thought that was so interesting.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. And if it had ended at the point where you never know,
Mhm.
Mhm.
I would have been like, heck yes, that was amazing. I
Right.
loved it.
I
But
agree.
then it didn't do that.
Uh-huh.
And then it was just weird. Like I know Huva had a couple comments about specific things throughout the
Yeah.
movie.
Hulu made some good points
Which
about
I'm
it.
like, I agree. That makes no sense. Which also the whole time I was thinking of Forrest Gump. Anyway,
Yeah, it does have that
but Forrest Gump,
Forrest bump.
Forrest Gump. I think that's kind of like part of the comedy, right? Like he just
Yeah.
happened to be there.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's fine,
Uh-huh.
you know. But I thought of that anyway.
Yeah.
So this movie was all like, oh, like what is time? What is blah blah?
Mhm.
And at this point, if
What
you're
are
having
humans? You know?
yeah, like if you're having this conversation to then end it to such basic, as Josh said, like really, that's what you were going for? Like you were going for the most generic argument out there? Like that was very disappointing. Like to me, I was like, really? And it still didn't answer a lot of my questions.
Right. Yeah.
Which, I mean, I don't know how detailed we're going to get with this one.
Mm.
I don't know if people want to watch it. So that's why I didn't give specifics to what
Yeah.
got me upset.
Mhm.
But it was just a little disappointing to the end.
Mhm.
It was cool,
And I
though.
feel like people who watch it will know what you're talking about. So
Yeah, probably. It was just so generic. And it's not even about like, oh, it's because you're religious. Like, no, I feel like if you're going to talk about such I can't talk, philosophical topics,
Mhm.
keep it that way. Don't make it so generic to the point that you're kind of like, oh, so you did all of this just to hook people to eventually be like, but here's what I really think. Like, no, the point of like, you were like kind of going with it where it was so vague, and that was cool about it. You didn't have a stance, but in the end you did. And there's a sequel.
Yeah, that's also
Like,
very
what
interesting.
do you mean? What? Like, anyway, I don't want to go into details because I don't know if people want to know, but yeah.
But we seem to be in the minority as far as our opinion.
That was
I feel
weird.
like online, most people, it's like a classic cult movie. What were your thoughts on it, Huve?
I agree with Hila. Yeah, I can't really add much.
Gotcha.
My mirror her thoughts for sure, but definitely my rating is different.
Oh, for sure. That was
because it tainted the whole movie for me. Like
I can see
how it
that
ended,
the ending could ruin the whole
and then
thing.
like
Yeah.
I would have given it a higher rating. Given how bad the technical aspects of it were, as in like it's not prim and polished, you know. So I was gonna because it's so philosophical and because it's so intelligent, the conversation is, you know, it's going this way and it's great. It would have been a higher rating, but given how it ended, then everything else is like, okay, this is what I'm going to give you. It's a very low rating.
I guess that's true. It wouldn't be worth a rewatch at this point. Like, it wouldn't be something that you would go back and be like, let me see, like, if there's something new that I would take from it. Like, there wasn't. And that's disappointing. That's disappointing. I didn't hate it, but it was still,
But I guess you can't knock the fact that they did make the film in one location.
That
Mhm.
was cool.
So that definitely is like, hey, great.
Yeah, it
You-
gets way further than you think it should
Yes.
get with its setting and
Yes,
setting.
exactly. I do agree with that.
There's so many cool things there, like the setting or the way that people are positioned or the topics of each person, how each character brings a different perspective to the same topic, depending on what they've studied, because they're professors.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on what they know, what they've studied, like they all bring a certain point of view, and I think that was like, and the way they were talking about it, like they weren't mad at least at first, they weren't mad at each other. They weren't like being like hated or anything. Like it was just a genuine conversation. Sure, there was people here and there that were like hostile, but that made sense due to the topic at hand.
Mm-hmm.
But even then, like people were willing to like have that conversation, which I thought was really cool. And then it wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
And that made me sad.
Yeah, and their depiction of certain characters' reactions to this was also very
Right.
exaggerated.
It was very strange. It was. This is what I mean. It doesn't make sense. Like, who are you? And if it would have stayed vague and we would have never known, chef's kiss.
Mhm.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. It
But that's what
not
bothers
staying vague
me.
gave us a reason to try to nitpick his certain aspect
Exactly.
of his life
Yes.
and how he didn't go through certain things that normal people would go through, given how. Yeah, I don't want to say too much.
Yeah, but pretty much. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's,
exactly.
I think
It made us
that
try to dissect more into that.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, because at the end, obviously, like, you know what, maybe I will lower my rating. Just because, as much as there's so many great things, that ending made it so that we now have to go back, not appreciate this conversation as much because it's
Mhm.
going to get pooped on
Right.
by the end.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of what
And
it
then
is.
instead you focus on it feels pretentious. And
Mhm.
I did think he was
Yeah.
pretentious the whole
Right.
time.
Right.
It might have been the actor. It might have been how it was directed.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it worked. It worked that he was
Yeah,
pretentious.
yeah.
I, in my opinion. That was just me, the one who said it was pretentious. But it made sense within what was going on that he could have been pretentious. But I'm disappointed.
So you're gonna watch the sequel?
I would be curious to see how they would
I'm definitely gonna watch
conclude
the
it.
Okay.
I'm kind of curious to see how they're going to conclude whatever story thing they have.
Uh-huh.
Like, what are they going to do?
Right.
Like, I
Right.
have a theory of why they're doing it the way they, because it's like 10 years.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But anyway, we could talk about it at a different time. Just
yeah,
because I don't
I have
want
a lot
to
of
give it
homework
away.
to do too. I need to watch that sequel. I need to watch movie 43.
Mhm.
You are watching movie 43?
I don't know. Maybe not.
Lawnmower Man too.
I do need to watch Lawnmower Man too.
I didn't hate Lawnmower Man. I just didn't like all of the holes.
I loved it.
I didn't like
loved
that weird
movie.
circly things. That I didn't like it.
I was a big fan.
You gotta watch The
Of
Mother.
Oh yeah,
Your
Jennifer
Boo's new movie on
Lopez.
Netflix.
I do. J-Lo. She's got a special. I actually was listening to one of her albums today.
Wow, you really love her.
Well, is this the one with Waiting for Tonight on it?
Okay.
I think it's her debut. I'm not sure.
Is that like 2010?
Is that where Jenny from the Block is in? That's the only song I know she sings. Isn't there another song she sings?
Yeah,
That's
yeah, it's another
popular?
song of hers. Yeah, but yeah, I'm a fan of Jennifer Lopez. So the movies that she's in, automatic 5.
Why are you a fan, Josh?
Because I think she's talented. She's a talented singer, actress.
You're trying to get something from me, but you're not gonna get.
I'm trying not to laugh, dude. Look, no disrespect. She's a great dancer. She's a great entertainer.
Agreed. I'm so glad we're on the same page.
But
All I will say is that you need to say something else because I'm not gonna say anything.
Okay, so my sister had some of her music growing up, and we
Yeah,
watched
so
her
like a
movies
nostalgia.
growing
like
up.
it's nostalgia, and that's okay.
But I love all the roles she was casted in and everything. That's
everything.
like
the Wedding Planner,
Wedding Planner, yeah, the Wedding
Made
Planner,
in
Made in
Manhattan.
all of those. It's just like she's some hardworking lady just going about her business. Like there's something cool about that.
Enough. The movie Enough.
Right.
What about that
I
other
thought
one?
you.
No,
Is
no,
it,
no,
wait,
you're
is
like
it
enough.
Jiggly?
Yeah, yeah.
Is it Jiggly?
Yeah, with
Ben Affleck?
Her
yeah,
man's.
yeah.
Her now man's
Which
again.
I can't. What? What universe are we in that?
Yeah, they're back together, but they're always like taking pictures of them fighting. It's really weird.
Huh.
Yeah, like why? I feel like every couple fights at some point. Why always take pictures
Yeah,
of
and
them
they
like
have
that?
eyes on them 24/7.
That's creepy. I would
They're
not
the
want to be
biggest,
famous.
one of the biggest couples in Hollywood, of
Right
course.
now,
That's the
yeah,
life that they live.
they are. That sucks.
Yeah, so I'm a fan.
Oh, Mother. No,
yeah,
The
why watch
Mother.
Netflix. Yeah. Is it The Mother? Yeah.
No,
Mother's the
no, just Mother.
Aronofsky movie.
Wait,
Oh,
you're
wait.
right.
Yeah.
You're right. It is the Mother because the
But
Aronofsky
then
movie
the
is-
Do I need to watch
I
Mother
can't
also?
talk.
Yeah,
I don't
haven't
like
watched that one.
Jennifer Lawrence.
With Jennifer Lawrence? I thought it was your favorite director.
J-Law?
No.
No.
Darren Aronofsky.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the
J-Law.
reason why I haven't watched it. But I do want to watch The Whale. I've heard really
know
good
what?
things about it.
And good for Brendan Fraser. The whole story comes around. The Fraser-sance is complete.
Yeah, I
He got his
really liked it. I
Oscar.
mean, despite of my views on the Oscars in general,
Mhm.
it's just nice to see that even in general, people like recognize his acting skills
Mhm.
and they recognize him as an actor. I thought that was really cool.
Agreed.
I do want to watch that movie.
Hmm.
I heard it's really good.
That reminds me, a movie that I watched when it came out in theaters last year, Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Oh,
Mhm.
wanna
I never
watch
talked to you guys
that.
about it.
I do want to
Yeah, what
watch
do you
that
think
There's a
about
couple
that
things I
one?
want to talk to you about it. You guys, occasionally we talk about like our problems with the industry and movies and stuff.
Yeah.
And I think Everything Everywhere All at Once addresses like it's one of those movies that gave me faith in like movie makers
Oh, that's
and like, stuff
awesome.
like that.
Yeah, I heard it's
'Cause,
really, really good.
Yeah, it was very subversive, very creative, original. Like there was so much that I liked about it, and the score was done by my favorite band. Also,
J-Lo?
You have a favorite band?
I know. I don't really talk about them because I'd never met a person who was a fan of theirs, but they did the score for that movie.
Well, that's really cool.
So yeah, it was like made for me. I
That's
was like, it was
awesome.
great, and yeah, the performances were great. The visuals, everything, the way they did the story was very creative. I liked it a lot from a sci-fi perspective. Very creative.
Oh, that's cool.
But now I have a theater story that I've been holding off.
Oh,
There's
perfect.
a theater story
Please
attached
tell
to
us.
it.
Nice.
So you know how? So what's your favorite band?
Why
Favorite
is it?
musician. Favorite musician.
I don't have one.
I was thinking the Jonas Brothers.
Jonas, he loved the okay.
I was like, I haven't listened to them
Not
in
the
so
Jonas
long.
Brothers. Someone else.
Oh, okay. Wait. Do you want like genre?
Number one all time.
Elvis.
Elvis.
Okay, there you go.
Not a very good example. But
What?
what I'm trying to get at
You
is
said
like,
anyone.
imagine a movie where Elvis does the soundtrack.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, how exciting would that be? That would be.
I mean, I
You've
don't
never
think
watched
he's
Lilo
no.
and Stitch?
That's what I'm saying. It's not a very good
No,
example because the
that's
song is
really
used in movies all the
funny.
time. But
I guess it depends, right? Because like, not the Jonas Brothers. They're not
right,
gonna
that's
do
what
a
I was saying.
score.
Yeah, and they've also
I
been
have
in movies
favorite
too.
composers, like soundtrack people that I like.
But this is like they have like.
Look, Josh,
this...
we don't listen to your underground weird music.
Anyway,
What's that one movie where Switchfoot does the soundtrack?
Is it
I
a
don't
walk
know.
to remember?
Is it A Walk to Remember? Is that what it is?
I
Is
think
it?
so. Yeah, they sing the song.
Mande?
I had a brain fart
How does
because
it
I was
go?
like, I can't remember the song.
How?
Dare you to
Is it the
run?
On Fire?
Dare you to move?
Oh, Dare
Dare
You
You
to
to
Move.
Move.
Got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
Dare you to move?
I was about to start singing that, and my brain just
Your brain.
it went kapla.
Okay, that's a good example. There, we
Mhm.
found an example.
Okay.
Imagine Switchfoot is your favorite band of all time,
Okay.
and then it turns out they're doing the music for a movie that you're very excited about.
okay.
That was me in this
Oh,
position.
why didn't you just say that?
Well, I was trying to get you guys to relate.
To feel the same way you
Got it.
felt.
yeah, but
Oh, okay. I get it now. I get how you feel. Got it. It's all clicking.
Right. So yeah. So I'm loving the movie. I'm like loving the score, the soundtrack, everything is like working. It's completely working for me. Like specifically for me also. It's like
Okay.
Mandy
This is-
Moore is doing her role really well.
oh wait,
I
want to
that's-
remember.
I want to remember. Okay, good. You're putting yourself in that shit.
Wait, isn't
Shit.
it Michelle Yeoh or
in
right?
yeah, and everything
Everything,
All at
everywhere,
Once?
all at once. Yeah,
Yes.
that's her, right? Okay.
That's her.
Which just quickly, like, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, one of my favorite martial arts movie. That movie was in Chinese.
That's
Yes.
awesome.
In that movie, they spoke Chinese the whole
That's
time,
awesome.
and
That's true.
it was subtitled, and so it's
Yeah.
something that we can digest,
Mm-hmm.
and it still had the Chinese culture in it.
Yeah, that's
Agreed.
actually really cool. And I guess if we did this new movie, Everything Everywhere, did it have Asian
Very strong.
languages?
Very strong. Yeah. It made sense the way they did it.
That's
it
awesome.
would be the way that it would happen in real life. So they're in the United States.
So they
but
would, yeah.
the Chinese relatives and stuff, like the grandpa
Those-
and stuff, would speak Chinese.
That's really
Mhm.
cool.
In
I
a way
love.
that
I
makes
like when that
sense.
happens, right? When you go to a certain place, and then they speak the language.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's awesome.
Yeah, and they have accents and the culture factors in, and that's part of the story.
Oh, that's
also.
really cool.
Yeah,
I wanna watch that.
like there's a lot to like. There's a couple things that I was like, didn't have to do this, but still overall, high
Like, it was
recommend.
good.
Very like I hearted that movie. I thought it was great.
5
so then-
stars.
I think I gave it 4.5.
Gasp.
I know.
Not
I
good
know.
enough. Not
But-
enough songs from your band.
Yeah, well, I could hear them the whole time.
What's
I was
the
like,
band?
this is great. They're called Sunlux.
I've never
Heard of this. Never heard you talk about
I'm their
them.
biggest fan ever.
Are you
I've
their only fan ever?
Yeah, that's why I never talk about them. No one. I don't know a person who
looks.
Have you
You're
ever
looking at
played
the sun.
music when we're in
like
the car?
sun. Yeah, like someone has a father. You're looking at the sun. Yeah. What's that?
Have you played music in the car?
It's possible that you've heard them
Is it
being in my
weird?
car.
Okay.
It's kind of
I
weird,
guess.
but it's like very elegant, artistic music also. Yeah.
Art is very subjective, Josh, and you have a very specific view on art.
Anyway,
Actually, the way you're explaining it makes a lot of sense. That's the kind of
yes, yeah, it
I
matches.
can already hear it in my head.
Yes.
That's kind of cool, though. I think that a movie that's the way, because I know enough about it,
Mm.
and a soundtrack like that sounds perfect.
Yeah, it fit great. It fit
That
great.
sounds really good.
And the intense moments were like accentuated really well with it. It drew a little bit of attention to itself as far as the soundtrack went, but I didn't mind because I enjoyed all of it. So I was like, give me more, you know?
Yeah.
So then in the end, and it's like me and like 3 other people in the theater.
Oh,
So,
wow.
Yeah, I was sitting there.
Were you there
and-
by yourself?
Yeah, I went by myself. to
Wow,
watch it,
that's
yeah.
actually really cool.
And then the end credits start, and I was like, wow, like that's a movie right there.
That's
and then,
awesome.
you know, the song of the movie starts playing. I hadn't heard it before because I didn't want any spoilers. So then I heard this song for the first time from this band that I really like. After this movie I really like, it was like, I was like, let me just close my eyes and enjoy this.
Oh, that's
moment.
sweet. You always
Let
have
me close it.
terrible experiences.
And I had my shoes on the wrong foot because of something in the movie. If you watch the movie, you'll understand that. But then
You switch your shoes?
Will they make you switch your shoes
I did it.
Why?
so that you can understand the character?
Yeah, if you watch the movie, you'll understand.
I feel like I still won't do it.
Okay.
While I'm watching.
Well,
I
I did
wouldn't
it.
do
That's
it
how much
either.
I enjoyed the movie.
Oh, I see what you mean.
That's how much
Okay,
I enjoyed
got
the
it.
movie.
You got really into it.
I did.
That's
Okay.
sweet.
So I was like, I'm
Now
gonna
I have
enjoy
to
this.
do it.
Hopefully
moment.
it's
I'm
not
gonna
some weird
close my
ritual.
eyes. And I was listening to the song in the huge movie theater speakers. I went to a nice theater. It was like great. Like, and I was
Wow.
like in bliss for like a second, and then I hear a guy go like this. Close
I
your eyes.
knew
A
it was
guy
gonna
goes
do
like
it
this.
too.
A guy goes like this. And I'm with my
He
eyes
like-
closed like this, and I look at
He
him.
stopped right at
Yeah, and I'm
you.
like, ah! I look at him, and he's like, "Oh, I thought you were like asleep or something." And I'm like,
Okay.
I was like, oh, yeah, it was a movie theater guy
Oh
who
my
Oh,
wanted
god.
to
okay.
sweep. Who wanted to sweep? But I was like, you can't let me have this moment. Like,
Sorry, I shouldn't laugh, but I was like, I knew it was too good to be true.
yeah. I was like, thanks, man. I was like, dude, I'm fine. Like, come back later. I don't know. Give me 2 minutes. Like, the song's not over. But yeah, that was my experience
Oh.
watching that movie.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. Even
I very
though
much
the
enjoyed
end.
it. Yeah, it was punctuated by that guy.
He wanted to sweep, but there's 3 people in the theater.
I know. That's the thing that
He
gets
wanted
me.
you to get out of there. That's
Yeah,
what he wanted.
I know. And I'm like, I can't listen to the song for my favorite band after a movie I just like. Like, I wanted to just.
Yeah, obviously he
Ugh.
wanted it. It was probably like he was like just do this one theater and you go home. So he was like, get out.
And then I'm
Yeah.
like, with my eyes closed, enjoying it.
How dare you enjoy some peaceful moments?
But yeah,
That's so
so that was
funny.
my experience watching that movie.
Sometimes, okay, this is gonna be weird, but sometimes I feel like I miss out on life because I never have terrible movie experiences. I always have the best time.
If anything, I'm the one missing out on life because
You
I
have
didn't.
more stories to tell. How was your theater experience? Yeah, it was fine. I sat down. Everybody was quiet and respectful. No phones available.
Mm.
And then when it ended, people clapped and walked away. Oh, okay.
No, I almost got jumped by a movie theater attendant after this movie I loved.
Oh my! See, that's what I mean. Josh, you've been through a lot from soda in your shoes.
Yes. Yeah.
What's the other one?
Well,
That's
the
the
guy
only one I think
burping,
of. The guy
burping guy
burping.
behind me, the kid who threw up.
Sorry, I was there, and all I see is Josh twitching everywhere. I'm like, what is wrong with you? I look, I just see that kid projectile vomiting everywhere, and Josh is very gross. Like he doesn't like things like
Yeah,
that.
I got grossed out by that big time.
Someone else's saliva in your mouth.
It was
Not
so
about. I
funny.
did not. Oh yeah, that's true.
Uh-huh.
Like Misal, yeah.
Oh,
got
The
it in my mouth.
fabricated story from Gila's fabrication.
Yeah,
No, that's
which
not
led
bad.
to-
Okay,
yeah.
you know what?
Of
Let's
Gila.
clear it here
What?
today.
Okay, you want to set
On
the
the
record
day
straight?
We haven't done it
watched-
yet?
No, we haven't.
I thought
Birds
we.
of
Okay.
Prey.
I spoke my truth. So
Well, your truth is not right.
Wait,
We
is there
went
your
to-
truth?
my truth
But
is
there's the truth.
what?
The truth is that on that day there was 2 instances, and then Misa came back and he was like, "You didn't tell the whole truth."
Oh no!
So I'm gonna clear it today.
Oh no!
Today's the day. You're welcome, Misa. Okay. So we were at the theater, Birds of Prey. Okay, if you guys don't know this, or you guys can go back. I don't remember what episode it is. I think it was like movie experiences, maybe.
Yes, our worst movie.
Our worst movie experiences. It's
Uh-huh.
in there. It's a lie. So I never farted. If I
Okay.
had, I would have owned up to it. I'm a human.
Okay.
It happens, but that didn't happen.
Okay. You can
So
say
2
that.
things happened. One, Josh. So we're watching Birds of Prey, minding our own business. There's a decent amount of people in the theater. It's very quiet,
It was-
respectful people.
Okay.
And then there's she has like a hyena or
Yes,
something.
yeah,
and
she
she's
does
like
have a
feeding
hyena.
it. And then he was something.
Twizzlers.
Twizzlers. See, remembers. And then I can't exactly remember the words he said, but it was something like, "Ooh, I would love to be that hyena." It was so quiet. Everyone heard him. Because he thought he whispered it or something. I don't know what he was going
It
to.
just came out. I don't know.
It was loud enough that it was like normal conversation. And I looked at him, and then he was like quiet. And I was like, what the heck?
No, it was because she was talking to the hyena all cute,
Like cute.
like,
she's
oh, you want a
"Ooh."
treat or something? And I was like, oh yeah, I want. And I was like, oh what?
It just came out. And it wasn't like a whisper. It was like a full on, like I'm talking right now, like, ooh, I want to be the hyena. And it was like, Josh. And then people around kind of looked at him and they kind of like snickered. And then we just kept going. It was really funny.
And then he farted.
And
after
then
that.
we didn't fart. And
So wait,
then
how were you guys sitting? Like,
it
were
was
you in the center?
Josh, It was Josh, myself, and then Misa. I was in
Okay.
the middle.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And then whatever, we ignored it. We kept watching the movie. And then at the end,
It's when.
it's when Misa sneezed. But he did try to cover, himself to like not. I don't know what happened. But
He was on that
sneezed.
side?
No, it was
He was here.
Josh was on my left.
Okay.
It was myself, and he was on the right.
Okay, so he probably went like that.
Yes,
Yes,
exactly.
yeah.
He went like he put like you know how
his left
In the-
arm
in
so
the
he
crook
could
of
cover
his
the
arm.
sneeze.
like the crook in his arm, but I don't know why that he sneezed. Like I don't know if it was like the science of like sound. I don't know what happened, but like he sneezed. I saw it slow motion across over me. It didn't hit me. I just saw it fly over me into Josh's face, and he was excited because the movie was over. So like he was like all excited, smiling.
I thought someone was spitting on me.
And then he just starts getting so mad. He's like, what's that? What was that? He was like started moving around trying to see what was happening. Everyone was like, what happened? Are you okay? And
For
it
real,
just
he was
like-
acting like he didn't just sneeze.
he was genuinely worried about him. Like, are "Are you okay?" And I was just laughing because I was like, "You spit on him." He's like, "What? No, I didn't," or something like that. And in the end, that's what happened, and it was hilarious. I don't know how, how that works.
It has to be that
physics.
you're sitting back. He sneezes, right? Like that.
Yeah.
But he didn't do it fully. I'm trying to get the mic. Keep going. He didn't do it fully. Like he did like that, so it bounced up.
I guess.
You know what I mean? Like that. And since he's leaning forward,
we're getting the science.
Right, but here's the thing: he has to go this way because this is where his arm is, right?
Yeah.
So he's going like that. It bounces this way, but he's leaning forward. Oh, he's leaning forward, so it misses you.
Yeah.
And Josh is all excited with his mouth open.
Yeah, and I'm leaning forward. Yeah.
Yeah, he's leaning forward all
That's
excited.
But
All the pretty
what must have
girls
happened
are
was it must have been a large miss.
Oh,
Right?
it was
Because if he's
large.
leaning forward and then, large enough for you to see it in slow motion in a dark theater,
Oh
and
my
then
God.
for it to come all over Josh, and for him to start freaking out.
It was
Yeah.
really funny.
Yeah.
He was so mad because whenever Josh gets mad, he like gets jumpy, like he wants to fight someone, and it was just the funniest
I
thing.
was
Because
ready
Lisa
to
was
throw
so
hands.
calm. Are you okay? Like what happened, or something like that. It was just the funniest thing.
Yeah, that led to me believing it wasn't him. I was like, who did that? I was
Yeah.
like trying to figure
I
it
was
out.
like, he was him.
Sorry, I'm
Fitting.
thinking
It was
that
fitting.
he's like, I covered it, so it couldn't have been me.
Right.
And also, maybe at first he didn't know what you were freaking out about.
Yeah.
So then he's like, well, are you okay?
Yeah, it was just the funniest thing.
So yeah, him and I covered each other.
And
by
then
said
throwing
I
you under
farted.
the bus. Yeah.
What's the funny part is like, why did you have to cover him? Is it because of like your reaction? Is that what you didn't want people to know?
Yeah. He had ammo to blackmail me. I had
Okay.
ammo to blackmail him.
Got it. Okay.
So as a
She was caught in the
a
middle.
truce, yeah,
Literally.
she was
Yeah.
she was in the crossfire. She was collateral damage.
Literally.
That's really funny. But yeah, that's what happened. And then they started telling people I farted watching that movie. And everybody's like, hey, I heard that you farted. And that's what people believe now. That's not true.
I mean, it's a truth.
I farted sometimes, but not in the theater at that time.
You farted sometime. Okay. So
Yeah,
That's all we
You're
said.
guilty.
Yeah, that's what we said. Yeah.
Not exactly at the theater, but yeah, like that will always be a really funny experience because, like, what are the odds either one of those things would happen?
Yes.
But they did,
Uh-huh.
and it was just the funniest experience to me. I had a great time, mostly because of you guys. It was just funny.
Yeah. It was a good
Anyway.
movie too, so
It was,
I liked
yeah,
it.
I really enjoyed it too.
Mhm.
do you want some Twizzlers?
Yeah,
Not
I
from
want Not from you.
Not from you.
I'll take some Twizzlers after. It's a good movie snack, also.
You really are. I'm a popcorn gal.
Mm,
Maybe the crunch. I like the crunch too,
okay.
but I don't like
Movie
Twizzlers
snack.
that much.
Popcorn.
Oh, yeah, Bunch of Crunch is definitely my favorite movie
Oh.
snack.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
popcorn for me, and then bunch of crunch after.
Last time did you guys notice that I snuck in?
You
Chips.
snuck in chips.
Oh yeah.
Everybody
Well, but
does.
that's not.
Everyone does it.
Yeah.
So
Josh.
I had them under my arm, so I was walking like
Not
like
like,
if-
the time that you stuck
Oh.
it down your pants.
correct, not that like
So
like,
one time we
I
went
thought-
to the theaters and he just got a bunch of stuff at like the store and he didn't put it in his pockets. He didn't put it in like a bag.
Well, it was during
No,
the
he put it down his pants.
well, hold
Not
on.
even his pockets.
Hold
His
on. It was during the skinny jeans era, so my pockets weren't super
Oh, got
spacious.
it.
So you
Yes.
stuck them in your pants.
Yeah, so the skinny jeans can only accommodate chips in certain places.
And then he sits down and he's like, oh wait. And he like starts digging in his pants to try to dig out his chips. He's like, do you want some? No, I'm good, thanks. I'm like, Josh,
Listen, movie theater snack prices are getting way out of hand.
this was like 10 years ago, bro. But you're right. They've always been expensive.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, I've snuck stuff in there too. Everyone has.
Yeah,
I
have to.
do like to buy popcorn because I don't go as often anymore.
Mhm.
When I used to go like more often, then yeah, I would like getting like some Skittles or something. I try not to drink as much anymore because I have to use the restroom. Movies are too long now.
Mm.
No.
Uh-huh.
I expected Uber to say something.
Great.
Oh, that was It's funny.
Yeah, I've talked a little in this episode because I'm like, I feel off. I feel like, like even all these movies, I'm like, I didn't really process all of them completely. Like I just feel off. There's a lot that has happened.
That's true. That's true.
Just,
it's been clearly by our hiatus, you can tell it's been hectic.
It's been a lot.
for
It's
all
been
of us,
busy.
so.
We've been doing a lot of things, different things, good things.
So even
but...
today it was like,
yeah. Dude, your commentary though, that was perfect.
It's been great. I think it's and at the end of the day,
that moment right there was
I
gold.
see. Okay.
It's been good, and I'm glad we're back.
Me
and
too.
Like you said, we do this mostly for us. Like it's nice. Don't get us wrong. We love when people like comment and be like, "Oh, I listened to your episode and it was so funny," or like, "You guys are like watch this movie." Like people genuinely want to hear our thoughts, and I think that's so awesome. Because sometimes, like, why do you want to hear what we think? But either way, like, they genuinely ask, like, I would love to see you watch this. So the fact that that's happening, like, that's just an extra. And it's awesome.
Cool, yeah.
So, but mostly we do this because we like it. It's fun. We talk about movies. We talk about weird movie theater experiences.
Yeah.
And it's just a good time. And it's great.
Our next movie will be a crowd pick also. An audience.
Yes, audience pick. That's a nice one in the line.
Pick, which is going to be fun. I've never seen it.
It's going to be very warm.
Good.
And
moist?
Hairy?
Oh, I see.
I see. What?
It's going to be like warm hair.
Warm hair, yeah.
I see. He was not getting it at all.
I've never watched it.
Yeah,
I have no
it's
idea.
Gonna be very
toasty.
Wait.
Never
It's gonna be a lot of law enforcement.
Oh, that's right.
In the movie.
Toasty 5-0.
I have
Toasty 12.
no idea.
If anybody can guess what it is,
yeah, comment.
Just put it in
that
the comments.
would be really cool. Yeah, if they can figure out what it is.
And we'll see.
We've been using synonyms to allude to it, but
well, I've never watched it, so I don't know what any of that means.
Okay.
I look forward to hearing back this episode. Like, oh, I get it now.
Yes. I'm sure you will.
You will.
Hopefully.
I'll let you know after we've done recording.
Huh?
Okay.
Just never mind.
I didn't get it. That was very confusing. Anyway, any last thoughts?
Did you say your favorite?
Oh, I didn't really have. We touched on
because I know
them.
you guys have a few, but just wondering if you have.
But yeah,
favorite.
nothing that really stood out with my group either.
He did mention Super Mario and how much he loved it because of.
Yeah,
Peach.
I watched more movies that I didn't like.
Oh, that's
than
sad.
I liked. Guardians 3, I quite liked.
Good.
I enjoyed that more than most people, I think. And also, I've been preparing for our following pick. For my pick, I've been preparing for that one.
It's gonna be weird, isn't it?
Oh, I'm excited.
But I
did like your other pick. That was great.
I hope this one's gonna be
both your
along
picks
those
are actually
lines.
I've really loved.
Thank you.
I take it back. I really like the movies you picked.
Thanks. So yeah, I've just been getting ready for that one. And liking those movies, but we'll talk about it once we cover that movie.
Cool.
In whatever future time that is.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
I think that does it, right?
I think so. Pretty much. I'm gonna try to watch. Okay. We went how long without talking about actual Disney? So I want to make it a goal the next time we do another catch up episode when we're not doing movies.
To update us on your live action.
On my live action remakes of classic films. The list has grown since last we talked.
Yes.
And I'm like, at this point, I put so much time into creating whatever the heck this is going to be.
Faster than you can watch.
Yeah, it really is. You can't keep up.
I think it's been 3 movies since the last time I updated my spreadsheet.
Yeah.
Whatever. Anyway, I'm gonna try. I wanted to watch them in order because I wanted to see. I'm very invested in how this happened. What happened? So we'll see if I can. I was thinking, like, why don't I just go to the library? They have to have them there.
Yeah.
I thought about the last week.
Okay.
Last week. Oh my gosh, I was so disappointed in myself. I'm like, they have movies all the time.
You frequent the library also.
I've had that same thought before.
Yeah.
Where I realized, I could just go to the library this whole time. I don't even have to pay for it.
Like, libraries are such a great resource.
Yes,
That's great that you guys can go.
Wait,
what do you mean?
Are you banned from the library? The Lee County Library
I had
system?
some overdue fine, And then it builds up over time, I think. So I don't know if they would allow me.
Wait.
You're saying that it's up to like $30,000 now or something?
I don't
think it works that way.
I'm scared.
I don't think so
I think that
either.
they might break my ankles or my knees if I go in.
Wait.
You walk in. Hey,
It's you.
it's been
You
10
checked out a
years.
book in middle school. Get back here.
What book was it?
Well, I would check out from the library often, but not all of them
I
made it
think
back.
at this point,
the
it's like they
library.
charge you until you pay off the book, the price of the book.
Yeah, at that point,
Yeah,
I
I'm
might as
thinking
well
that.
just.
Never go
Pirate the
back to
movie.
the library? You're
Oh.
never curious?
Oh, or maybe I'll use a different identity or something to make a library card.
Use your
Or a
I know a
mustache.
guy.
Oh, good.
you know a guy.
Give me some documents.
I'm pretty sure if you go to the library, they're gonna be like, "Oh, you owe some money."
Oh no, I can
$20."
I can move to a different county. They have different library systems, right?
They do.
Great. So
I
I'll
think
drive.
I
so.
don't think. Do you have to be a resident of the particular county you live
No.
in?
I'll buy
You
a
can
house.
do it. No,
in
you
Orlando.
can get like a proof of residency, quote unquote. Like I live with my sister.
Okay, good.
I did that
okay.
in Miami. I got a library card in Miami.
All right, I can do that for sure.
I mean,
in Miami. Okay, we're in the clear in Miami.
Yeah, just go to Miami.
Uh-huh.
Although that library wasn't good.
No, there's other libraries there that are. No, I'm like.
Wait, this is that movie related. Oh yeah, we check out movie libraries.
Right. Uh-huh.
Movies. Library. I'm getting tired. It's late.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna continue on. I'm gonna do. I think it's Cinderella, and then Maleficent, and then we go down the rabbit hole of insanity.
Godspeed.
Thank you.
Nice.
Mhm.
I'm curious though. I feel like I've made this a case study, and I will go through with it. You guys will
I
hear my
believe in you.
thoughts. It'll be a full spoken essay.
I'm glad. I
It's
await
gonna
it
be
with
probably
bated
me
breath.
ranting. All right, I think that's it.
Good.
I want to say something.
Cool.
Just want to say thank you guys for this.
Oh,
This
I
is
have a lot
great.
of fun listening to us rant and you guys talk. So, thanks.
Thanks so
that
much.
got
man.
weird.
I really like it. I mean, because I have to edit the episode, so going back and listening,
Oh,
it's
okay.
a lot of fun.
Oh,
And
that's
Great.
cool. That's right.
You know,
do
I
the
enjoy
audio.
that we do this, and this keeps us together, and
Mhm.
Yeah,
'Cause
honestly, yeah, that's true.
it's like an addition to our friendship. But I also want to say,
Yeah, that's true. That's
Thanks,
glad
man.
we
fun.
do this.
And I said I wouldn't pay for your work earlier. I didn't mean it. When we were talking about you producing things,
Wait,
I was
what
just
is going
kidding.
on?
dude. I was
You're gonna
completely
not
I
pay
joking.
him
totally
for his
would
job?
I
pay
wouldn't
for
pay
your
for my
work.
own work.
Dude, thank you for all the work that you do on the podcast. And yeah,
It's
Yeah,
not
you really
hard
do a
work
lot.
whatsoever.
Yeah,
dude.
thanks,
You
dude.
do
It's
a
so
lot.
easy.
okay.
It really, it's not, it's nothing. I enjoy it.
But
So
yeah,
thank
I
you
also
That's
for
cherish
cool.
these moments. This is
It's
great.
really fun. It really is.
Sorry, I made it emotional.
It was weird, bro. Don't do that again.
Yes, sir.
I'm just kidding. That was nice. That was sweet. Okay. Well, yeah, I love it too. I'm glad we
Mhm.
do it. I'm glad we started it. We started it in the midst of chaos, and life is better now.
Mhm,
But that's good.
true.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we might like record less, but that's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I hope you guys like this weird episode.
Mhm.
It's us coming back, but we watched weird movies. We ranted about the oddest things, but it's okay. We're back,
Yeah.
and that's what's cool about it. I hope you guys liked our last episodes about reviews, which I thought was cool,
Mm-hmm.
and go back to listen to our other stuff. If you're new, we have some really cool episodes out there, so
For
listen
sure.
to those. They're very fun. They've aged beautifully. Please listen to those. Leave a comment, let us know, follow, subscribe, all the goodies.
Yep. Thanks for listening. We love you. Are we still
I
saying
don't
that?
know them like that.
We
I'm
love you
just
guys.
kidding.
We love you. God bless
Well,
you.
thank you so much
Mhm.
for listening.
Bye.
I think that's it, right?
Yeah.
That's what we do? That's how we I forgot.
Mhm. And
Okay.
then we clap.
Cue the music.
So like the music's already been playing.
Dang it.